Whoa, big bang like dynamite. You, whoa, couldn't last for a day in the life. You, whoa, if I came, then it's time to fight. If you try and lose, then I'ma prove you right. I got a tools to break fools like Tyson did. Open up the arena, can't see me coming just like I am Cena. What? They couldn't believe it, crazy for the game, but I am not Cena. I'm spreading the seas like I'm Moses. Watch how they give me my roses. I know that their love is bogus. Give me a trophy, just like a Trojan. I'm on. Give it my all. My heart froze. But I'm on. I'm here till I'm gone. God knows. On the whoa. I'm on. Never not on the go. I can't slow. God knows. Growing pains from being chosen, and I show full doses, breaking in and out of my bones. I'm on till I'm gone. Hate me or love me, I don't care. I'm on. I'm on.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
We welcome you to Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis. Way out of here. That's a home run. He's one of the best hitters in the league. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Warm up the victory bell. A walk-off two-run single.
Let's get set for baseball. Game 2 of the homestand between the Indians and the AAA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals, the Memphis Redbirds. Indy took Game 1 last night in front of over 14,000 people. It was an 8-5 victory for the Indians. Give the lineups here in a moment, but first our umpiring crew. Anthony Perez, the crew chief, has the plate. He's not calling balls and strikes with a full ABS system. Reed Basner is the first base umpire, and James Jean, who had the plate last night, is at third base. Now the lineup for the Redbirds, who enter at 40 and 42. Richie Palacios makes a series debut. Indians saw him with Columbus earlier this year. He leads off and plays center field. Mason Wynn, the Cardinals' top prospect, is the two-hitting shortstop. Matt Koperniak bats third and plays left field. Tyler O'Neill, the rehabber, is the cleanup man and the DH. Juan Yepes, who entered as a pinch hitter yesterday, is the five-hitting first baseman. Moises Gomez had a homer yesterday. He's a six-hitting right fielder. Jose Fermin bats seventh and plays third base. Uniel Caracudo is the eight-hitting second baseman. And Trace Barrera bats ninth and does the catching. Number 3 Cardinals prospect Gordon Graceffo will be on the hill. More on him at the bottom of the first. Now the lineup for the Indians, who enter at 38 and 43. Chris Owings leads off and plays third base. Andy Rodriguez is the two-hitting catcher. G-Man Choi, the rehabber, bats third and plays first. Miguel Andujar had a 5 RBI night last night. He's the cleanup man and the right fielder. Kanan Smith and Jigba bats fifth and plays left field. Leover Peguero is the six-hitting second baseman, making his AAA debut. Ryan Valade bats seventh and plays center field. Aaron Shackelford is the eight-hitting DH. And Alika Williams bats ninth and plays shortstop. The right-hander Kyle Nicholas on the hill. More on Kyle as we get into the first inning. But set to call the action for Nicholas and the Indians, the voice of the Indians, Howard Kelman.
Okay, thank you, Jack. Wherever you are on this Wednesday evening, thanks for joining us, and we certainly hope you enjoy Indianapolis Indians baseball. The first pitch of the game, Richie Palacios pops it foul, left side out of play. We're underway from Victory Field in the capital city. 89 degrees, wind blowing out, mostly clear skies. Fastball up and away. Palacios hitting .220. 5 homers, 38 RBIs. They play him straight up. Nicholas delivers. Way inside at the knees. Richie, the brother of Josh Palacios, Josh, a former Indianapolis Indian, was tearing up the IL when he got the call to the major leagues with the Pirates. And as we mentioned earlier, he had the game-winning hit last night, an opposite field 2-run double. And a fastball bounced to second. Peguero with a chest-high hop. On to Choi, one away.
And Kyle Nicholas, the 24-year-old from Massillon, Ohio, former Ball State Cardinal, second-round pick of the Pirates a second-round pick of the Marlins, in 2020 out of Ball State. 12 starts with Altoona this year. He had a 4.3 ERA in just over 53 innings of work. This is his 4th appearance, his 3rd start with the Indians.
Okay, thanks, Jack. Here's Mason Wynn, right-hand batting shortstop. Nicholas delivers, and a fastball a little bit high, ball 1. And one other note about the Palacios family. The parents of Josh and Richie were nice enough to visit us in Indianapolis earlier this season. The pitch is low and away. Mr. and Mrs. Richard Palacios had a wonderful visit, great people, and we wish the family all the best, and I know how happy everybody is for Josh and that big hit last night.
Yep.
Mason Wynn hitting .262, takes a little bit high, ball 3, a couple of close pitches. 3-0. Matt Koperniak on deck. And a fastball way inside, ball 4. So that is a 4-pitch walk. It'll bring up Matt Koperniak. Hitting .278, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. Left-hand batter. The infield at double play depth. Koperniak widespread and straight away. That left foot, the back foot on the back line of the batter's box. Fastball is low, ball 1.
I heard a couple transactions to key you in on. About an hour ago, it was announced that Cal Mitchell was headed to the 7-day injured list. And about 5 minutes ago, it was announced that right-hander Yohan Ramirez was being recalled by the Pirates.
Okay, we will find out the other half of the move soon. And there's a pitch waved at and missed, a pitch that was low, strike 1, a slider, 1-1.
Corresponding move to Mitchell was Luis Hernandez being reinstated from the development list. Corresponding move for Yohan Ramirez, right-hander Luis Ortiz optioned to Indianapolis.
Okay, thank you very much. You're quite informative, Jack. And a fastball lined to left field, and that ball will be caught. Cannon Smith and Jigba makes the catch, a liner, and fortunately for the Indians, it was hit right at him because the ball was hit very well. So 2 away, and the batter is Tyler O'Neill, the DH. Just beginning the rehab assignment. Went 0 for 3 yesterday. Fastball swing and a miss. He blew it by him. Now, Nicholas has a good arm. There's no doubt about that. That was 97 miles an hour. However, this is a really important outing for him because he has struggled so far, so he needs to turn it around. Fastball hit high in the air, foul to the right of the plate, out of play, again at 97. Juan Yepes on deck, just the start of things. Victory Field, downtown Indianapolis, Memphis and the Indians. And the right-hander sets, the runner leads. And a fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 98 miles an hour, came right at him and got him. At the end of a half inning, Memphis nothing. Indians coming to bat.
Bottom of the first inning, and it's Gordon Graceffo's turn, the 23-year-old from Wayne, New Jersey. 5th-round pick in 2021 out of Villanova. He had a 1.5 ERA his junior year there. Last year had a sub-3 ERA. This is his 8th start with Memphis, his 9th appearance overall this year. He's 1-2 with a 4.25 ERA, 29 strikeouts, 13 walks in 29 2/3 innings.
Okay, Jack, and the young man from Villanova's breaking ball is a strike, and that was a crisp slide, 0-1. I broadcast a St. John's Villanova game from the Villanova Fieldhouse, the old Villanova Fieldhouse, and that place was a pit. And that was the nickname. The one-strike pitch popped up, short right field. Gomez comes in. The right fielder calls, and he nonchalantly one-hands it, one away.
I thought you just weren't being nice, but turns out that's the actual nickname of it.
Oh, yeah.
The pit.
Oh, and they opened a new arena. This was in 1973. And I want to tell you, the game started. Right when it started, a fan jumped over the St. John's bench. Here's Andy Rodriguez. Hitting .258, 5 homers, 33 RBIs. Wow. But St. John's won that night. And the pitch is low and inside. And then I was also thrilled not only to call the game, I was a junior in college, but to file a report for WINS Radio, a 30-second voicer. WINS Radio was the first all-news radio station in the country. Pitch outside, 1966 is when it changed to an all-news format, and still is to this day. And the 2-0 pitch. Strike called, knee-high outside corner.
You said that was 1973, yeah?
Yes, it was. February of 73.
Was Raleigh Massimino the coach at Villanova at that point or not?
No, not yet. I don't think so. Time call. Double check that, please. I can't remember exactly. Raleigh in 1985, I believe, won it all with Villanova. I think it was in 85.
That was the last year pre-Massimino. He took the job ahead of the 73-74 season. He was an assistant at Penn in 72-73.
Who was the head coach of Villanova? The 2-1 pitch is a little outside.
I'll tell you in a moment. Jack Kraft.
Okay, yeah. I remember Temple, part of the Big Five like Villanova. Harry Litwack was the coach at Temple. He was known as the suit salesman. Here's a swing and a hard-hit ground ball right to the first baseman. And the underhand toss to the pitcher covering just in time as it is gloved by Yepes, throwing over to Graceffo covering for the out. Score it 3-1. Graceffo didn't break immediately, but he did get over there in time. So 2 outs and no one on in this scoreless game in the bottom of the first. And the batter is G-Man Choi. Oh, he's been swinging the bat really well. And a slow curve is a little bit high, and I would think that's big in his arsenal, correct?
Yeah, the curve is big in his arsenal. For the most part, he's a fastball in the low to mid-90s, but he does have both a slider and a curveball. He'll mix in a changeup around 79, 80.
Basic 4 pitches. The 1-0 delivery, there's that slow curve again. It's in the dirt and inside, ball 2. G-Man Choi batting an even .400, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. The shortstop, wind shades him towards second base. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball is a little outside, ball 3. And the 3-0 delivered. Little outside, ball 4. MHS walk for health. And the batter is Miguel Andujar. He's tearing it up, hitting .356. 9 homers, 54 RBIs. The right-hander sets and delivers. And a fastball is low. He's been DFA'd twice by the Pirates. I'm just wondering if some other team is. You got 29 other teams out there, all of whom know what's going on everywhere in this day and age. Somebody else is going to give him a chance. And the pitch is a little bit outside, ball 2.
You have to assume that it's coming this year with how good he has been from the jump with the Indians. He was mashing, he got the call, DFA'd and outrighted. He's picked up right where he left off at the AAA level.
And the 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball outside, ball 3. Looks as if Graceffo is pitching carefully. Cannon, Smith, and Jigba on deck. You can look for Andujar to have a green light here. The right-hander stretches. And the 3-0 pitch. He takes a strike at the knees. Memphis nothing, the Indians nothing in the bottom of the first. The right-hander again stretches. His defense is straight up. Troy leads. And a fastball misses outside, ball 4, and there are 2 men on. Another MHS walk for help. And the batter, Cannon, Smith, and Jigba. Left-hand batter, he's been swinging the bat well. So back-to-back walks, and there are 2 on with 2 out. Those runners lead. The defense is straight up. The right-hander sets and delivers. Lined on a hop glove neatly by Yepes. He'll throw to second for an out. And the inning is over. It was easier for him to do that. He made a terrific play. The first baseman, who throws right-handed, backhanded a smash on a hop. Since his momentum was carrying him towards second, he just threw it to Mason Wynn, and they forced the middleman, Andujar. At the end of 1, Memphis nothing, Indians nothing. And we move to the top of the second. And Juan Yepes will lead off. He's playing first base tonight. He made that terrific play to end the bottom of the first. And a fastball way outside, ball 1. Juan batting .214, 4 homers, 22 runs batted in. They play him straight away, right-hand batter. He takes outside, ball 2. In the top of the first, Kyle Nicholas did not allow a hit. He did walk a batter. He also struck out 1. The 2-0 pitch. He throws him a breaking ball. It's in there. Strike 1, 2, and 1. As Jack mentioned at the outset, we have the ABS system in effect. Time is granted. Juan Yepes.
During the inning break, I was looking back at that strikeout of Tyler O'Neill to end the top of the first inning. It's a 3-pitch strikeout of O'Neill.
And a fastball way inside, ball 3.
And it was 3 fastballs. It was 97.7, 98.0, 98.3. So he went with the gas to go and get the big leaguer.
98.6 normal? That's your temperature.
Yeah, that is human body temperature.
And here's a smash to center. However, Valade's there to make the catch. And that would have been ball 4. The pitch was up, and he clubbed it, but at the center field. Now Mauro Gomez. Oh, I'm sorry, Moises Gomez. Right fielder, right-hand batter. Hitting .236. He's got some home runs.
Yes,
19 of them, 47 RBIs. He takes outside, ball 1.
Hit 39 of them last year.
Hit a 2-run homer last night. And a breaking ball high and inside. Now the question is, why is he back here?
The strikeouts are a bugaboo for him. Moises Gomez already over the 100 strikeout marker, playing his 75th game.
And the 2-0 pitch, fastball line to center field. Valade hustling back, reaches up, makes a one-hand catch. An excellent play by the center fielder near the track. 2 balls that have been scorched have gone for outs here in the top of the second.
Valade has been a chameleon defensively for the Indians so far this year. He's played some third base when they needed infield help. He's played the corners, and he's making center field his home over the last couple weeks.
Here's Jose Fermin. He takes a fastball in for a strike. Batting 182, a homer and an RBI. And a breaking ball a little bit high, ball 1. Two men out, no one on, and no score in the top of the second. Fastball, a little bit low. Close but low, ball 2. Wind blowing straight out. Indians defense straight up in the infield, around to the right in the outfield, and the pitch is way outside, ball 3. The left fielder, Smith and Jigba, is a good deal over in left center. Yuniel Caracudo on deck. And the 3-1 pitch. He went around, I think. The pitch was outside. No, they said he checked it. It's ball 4. It was a slider that was way outside. I thought he waved at it, but it's ball 4. Here's Yuniel Caracudo. Switch hitter who'll bat left. Hitting .267. 10 homers and 36 RBIs. And a fastball down the middle for a strike. Two down for Mean at first, being held aboard by Choi. And a breaking ball grounded up the middle, little sneak on through, base hit center field. And hustling to third and making it is Fermin. Well, the shortstop, Williams, was shading close to the bag at second. That would have been in the shifts they used to use. That would have been right into the shift, but it was on the first base side of second. Williams couldn't get there.
Yeah, interesting wrinkle to the Indians' middle infield, too. They've got a couple of quote-unquote shortstops playing each of those spots. Leover Peguero in his AAA debut has played a lot of shortstop with AA Altoona over the last year and a half. And Alika Williams, as we've quickly learned, a really gifted defensive shortstop.
Okay, Jack, here's Trace Barrera. Right-hand batting catcher. He takes high, ball 1. Hitting .207, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Nick Raposo caught last night. The Indians are straight up in the infield, around to the right a bit in the outfield. And a breaking ball is outside, ball 2. Smith and Jigba, the left fielder, in left center. Valade in center, a bit toward right center, and the right fielder Andujar is straight away. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Indians are very fortunate in this inning in that the first 2 batters just line balls, one to center, one to left center, and they were recorded as outs. Nicholas delivers, and a breaking ball is a beauty. Good breaking ball. Strike at the knees, 2-2. He needs a big pitch to get out of trouble here. 2 on, 2 out. The right-hander stretches. Runners lead. Fastball fouled back out of play. Now, I don't know if it's designed, but Nicholas is changing speeds on the fastball. That one at 95. He threw some in the first inning at 97, 98, and 94. Runners lead. The 2-2 pitch is just outside. Fastball. Automatic start for Karakudo at first. Fermin leads at third. And a fastball way inside and high, and that's another base on balls. In an inning and 2/3, Kyle Nicholas already has walked 3 batters. MHS walk for health when the Indians get the walk. This doesn't do anybody on the Indians side any good health. Bases on balls have a harmful effect. The batter, Richie Palacios, with the bases loaded. He opened the game grounding out to second. And he takes a low fastball, ball 1.
Important to note that Gleaners likes him the other way when
Yes.
the Indians hitters walk.
That's when you get the MHS walk for health. When the Indians allow walks, it doesn't do your health any good.
Nope.
The 1-0 delivery is inside, ball 2. Here comes Endy Rodriguez. A very smart time for Endy to go out there because Nicholas is struggling and the bases are loaded. You don't want to go out there after a 3-run double in the gap or after a bases loaded walk. You want to try to head it off. And he goes to the rosin bag. And now we're ready to resume with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and the count 2-0. The right-hander sets, all 3 men lead. And a fastball is a strike. He had to throw a strike, and he did. 95 miles an hour. And again, the right-hander sets, all 3 men lead. And a fastball is low inside, ball 3. He is a pitch away from forcing in a run. The runners all take their leads. Shortstop Williams shades to the bag at second. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball, a little bit low. Ball 4, it forces in a run. Third walk of the inning. And Memphis leads 1-0. Dan Meyer is now heading to the mound. Mason Wynn, the batter. He walked his first time up. So the base is loaded, 2 outs. Memphis rather, on a hit and 3 walks, has a run. Anthony Perez calling balls and strikes. Reed Basner umpiring at first. James Jean at third. And Perez is the crew chief. So here's Mason Wynn, and we've got action, Jack, in the Indians bullpen.
Yeah, contingency plan in place with John O'Reilly, the right-hander.
And a fastball, a little bit high, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. All this started after 2 were out and no one was on. 2 line drives to center field. And a fastball low outside, ball 2, 2-0. And again, all 3 runners lead away. And the 2-0 delivery. Strike at the knees, 2-1. Memphis 1, Indians nothing. The Memphis Redbirds, St. Louis Cardinals AAA team, play at AutoZone Park. And a fastball way inside. It almost hit him. Fortunately, it didn't hit him. It was about at the letters, and he backed off, luckily, at the last minute. That pitch was nowhere near home plate. And now the count is 3-1. Kyle Nicholas stretches and delivers. And a strike at the knees, and the count's full. And now all three base runners will be off and moving with this payoff pitch. Here's the stretch, the set. There they go, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back on the screen. The runner at third, Karakudo, was dancing off third base, and he definitely had Nicholas's attention. Not that he'd steal home, but you got to throw a strike. You don't want to get distracted. And again, the stretch, and again. There they go, and the pitch is high, ball forward, forces in another run. Give Wynn an RBI. It's 2-0 Memphis. Let's see if Nicholas gets one more hitter. I don't know. Miguel, nope, that's it. He's done. He is done for the night. Miguel Perez goes out to the mound. After 2 outs and nobody on, he issues 4 walks and gives up a single. And the pitching change will be made.
Yeah, and understandably very disappointed Kyle Nicholas will make way for John O'Reilly in an Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. Indians fans, when the Indians turn to their bullpen experts, you can turn to the experts at Indiana 8-1-1 for your underground utility digging needs. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. John O'Reilly, the 27-year-old, 1-3 in 26 appearances so far this year. He's got a 5.4 ERA. In 28 1/3 innings, he struck out 25 and walked 11. That's just under 8 strikeouts per 9 and 3.5 walks per 9. And O'Reilly, kind of this guy consistently. If a starting pitcher or a reliever runs into trouble, it's either he or Daniel Zamora that gets the mid-inning call. So O'Reilly going to try and put out the fire here in the second inning.
Well, this is really disappointing because Kyle Nicholas needed to come up big tonight after what had happened so far in his outings. He got through the first inning fine. He got the first 2 men here in the second. And then he issues 4 walks and gives up a hit. And here you go. You had a scoreless first. You might figure he might be out there 5 or 6 innings. And he's done in the top of the second. Matt Koperniak, the batter. He lined to left field his first time up. Left-hand batter. The right-hander O'Reilly stretches. All 3 men lead. The pitch is way inside and low, ball 1. And again, all 3 men lead. O'Reilly to the belt. He delivers. Strike called over the outside corner, a bit above the belt. The shortstop, Williams, shading to the bag, 2 steps to the third base side of second. Everybody else, infield and outfield, straight up. Here's a breaking ball, golfed on the line to right field. Andujar makes the catch. Side retired. At the end of 1 1/2, Memphis 2, Indians nothing. And tonight for the Indians, he's playing second base.
Peguero, the 22-year-old from the Dominican Republic, 69 games with AA Altoona, hit .260.
Okay, the defense plays him straight away. He's a right-hand batter, and he takes a strike.
Peguero in those 69 games, 20 doubles, 11 homers, 34 driven in, had an OPS at 786. Swiped some bags, 19 for 22 in the stolen base department.
That's impressive. Breaking ball a little bit outside, ball 1.
Peguero on the 40-man roster, made his big league debut last year. He got up for a game in a pinch with a couple of guys going down with illness last year, so it would not be a selection, it would be a recall.
And a breaking ball is outside a ball. 2-1. Used to say purchase the contract. Now it's selected.
Yep.
When you are not on the 40-man roster and you go to the big leagues. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit down to first. It is gloved by Yepes. Throw is high to the pitcher covering over his head. So Yepes, who made that excellent play to close out the bottom of the first, I would have to think he'd be charged with a throwing error.
He backed up on that high chopper, and he just couldn't guide Graceffo to the bag.
And, you know, it wasn't a long throw, and Graceffo was over there in plenty of time. There was nothing difficult about it. Once in a while you have a real challenge with a runner and the pitcher getting there at the same time. That wasn't the case. Ryan Valade takes a fastball way inside and high ball 1. And I see, Jack, where there is more action in the Indians' bullpen.
Yeah, I think Rob Zastryzny is going to get a clean top of the third inning.
Peguero leads, and a breaking ball is a little bit high, ball 2.
Official ruling is a throwing error on Juan Yepes.
E3. Graceffo stretches, Peguero leads. And the right-hander delivers. Fastball, strike at the knees, 2-1. We'll go at it again tomorrow. It's a Thirsty Thursday, 7:05 start. The Fireworks Friday at 7:05 as well. Peguero leads away, and a throw over, and he just gets back. Jack mentioned his base running and base stealing skills, and he may take off.
Boy, he was leaning hard on his right leg, all of his weight pushing towards second base. So that was a testy pickoff attempt.
The right-hander sets. The 2-1 pitch is a swing and a high pop foul to the right side, out of play. And that was a breaking ball off speed. 2-2. Peguero leads. He has a fairly lengthy lead. Graceffo sets. Runner goes. And the pitch is fouled off to the right side. It holds at 2-2. Peguero had a pretty good jump. Aaron Shackelford on deck. And again, the right-hander sets. A long set it is. And a breaking ball misses, low, ball 3. Full count. Peguero probably will take off. He leads away. He goes. The pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw is in the dirt into center field. He gets up now and he'll go to third base. Barrera's throw bounced way in front of second base on the infield grass and scooted past Caracudo. So Valade fans, a stolen base for Peguero. A throwing error on Barrera. 1 out. Peguero at third. We're in the bottom of the second. Memphis leading 2-0. And the batter is Aaron Shackelford. Hitting .237, 10 home runs, 35 RBIs. Memphis infield in at first and third. And Shackelford waves and misses at a down and in fastball, strike 1. Second and short, normal depth. First and third are in. The right-hander sets. Peguero leads. Fastball golfed high in the air. Twisting foul. Left field side. It's playable. And the third baseman makes an excellent catch. Runner tags. Throw to the plate. Not in time. He scores. A terrific catch by Fermin in the Indianapolis Indians bullpen. And he turned and fired immediately. And Peguero alertly tagged and scored.
That was an incredible play by Jose Fermin, working up the bullpen mounds as Strisny got out of the way, warming up, and dove. An excellent play, but a nice job by Peguero being ready to go as soon as he saw that incredible play made.
So it's Indians trailing now 2-1. Alika Williams with a breaking ball outside, ball one. Now from Memphis's perspective, I used to say the Louisville Redbirds from 1982 to 97, they're the Memphis Redbirds. But from Memphis's perspective, with a 2-0 lead, I think he did the right thing. Here's a liner on 2 hops to second, belt tie to Caracudo, and the flip to Yepes. The inning is over at the end of 2, Memphis 2, Indians 1. Tyler O'Neill will lead off. He fanned his first time up. Tony Smarella, Vice President, Marketing Enrollment, 1150 Academy. Tony, is always great to see you.
Great to be here again, Howard.
Fastball a little bit high, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. O'Neill, a right-hand batter. And he swings, hits it in the air to right center. Valet going, still going over his head. Bouncing up against the wall and over the wall. So it's a ground rule double for O'Neill. Tony, you got to tell us about 1150 Academy.
Well, 1150 Academy is a coding boot camp, so we teach software development and cybersecurity to folks that want to get a career in the tech industry, and then we help them find jobs in the Indianapolis marketplace in IT.
So how long have you been around?
We have been around for almost, actually for 11 years. But we were just purchased by Indiana Wesleyan University, and so we are newly owned, but same programs, a little bit better actually. We're starting some new programs too.
Juan Yepes, the batter, he lined to center his first time up. Fastball is a strike. Tell us about the new programs.
Yeah, some of the new programs that we're starting up is in the next few months we'll be starting a program on AI, because that's awfully big right now, and interest to everybody, not just tech people.
Yepes lined to center his first time. He checks his swing, hits it in the air to short right field, and Duhar is there to make the catch. The put out to the right fielder, one away. Tony?
Yeah, so we'll have a half-day course, we'll have a 5-day course, and we'll have a 3 to 4 week course, and so those are in development right now. We're also starting courses on CompTIA as a certification that you can get in either network or in security. And those 2 certifications, we are starting test prep classes for those 2. Those will be 2 weeks in length.
Well said. Moises Gomez, the batter, lined to center his first time up. Valade made a nice play. And a fastball hit in the air, foul to the right side, out of play. What makes 1150 Academy different from other coding boot camps?
Well, first, you can get done in either 3 months or 6 months. You can take it online or face-to-face. So you've got different options that you can do. You can come to class or take...
The 0-1 pitch, did it hit him? It was behind him. It's back to the screen. It did not hit him. It's a wild pitch. And that advances O'Neill to third base. Fastball behind him.
So we can basically construct a class or put you into a class that's going to meet your needs. You can take classes from your couch or come to the campus and take those as well. You can take them online if that's better, and also part-time or full-time. Part-time is at night, full-time is during the day.
Okay, that's very impressive. The infield is in. The count is 1-1. And the pitch is fouled back on the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now let's say you take the course. The course is you graduate. Then what happens?
So then our career services team works very hard, works with you throughout the time that you're in school. And we help you find jobs in the IT industry. That's everything from resume building to interview prep.
The 1-2 pitch is way high, muscled up on a fastball.
Setting up interviews for them, finding different employers that it's going to be a good fit for. So we've worked in the last several years with over 729 employers that have hired 1150 grads.
I think that's so terrific as Rob Z delivers a ground ball hit to third. There's a play at the plate, the throw to the plate, the slide, the tag, out. Good play by Chris Owings, gloved a short hop, through to Rodriguez, and they get the sliding Tyler O'Neill, 5-2. There are 2 away, and the batter, Gomez, is on at first. Jose Fermin, who walked, is the batter. It's so terrific, Tony, what you guys do, because a lot of times somebody can graduate, you're just thrown out there in the job market without much help.
Yeah, and we are funded by a special program in the state called Accelerate Indiana, and we are charged with making sure
Jose Fermin takes high.
That we maintain a high graduation rate and a high placement rate in tech fields. And so we are incentivized, or actually, that's our accountability piece to make sure that we're doing a good job.
The 1-0 pitch is a strike call.
And so if that drops, if we're not placing people with the appropriate employers, even in a challenging economy, then our funding might be at risk. The good news is it's not, because we're doing a good job.
The lefty delivers, and a high fly ball foul to the right side, out of play. What does it cost to attend 1150 Academy?
So the tuition is $13,500, but right now for Indiana residents, and this will go through the summer, there's a $6,000 voucher or scholarship that we're giving to all Indiana residents.
That's almost 50% off.
It is, and it makes it manageable for people to be able to go back and start a new job. And there's also a loan that they can take through the state through that same program. That's a 0% interest loan to cover the rest of the tuition cost.
Pitch was inside, the 2-2 delivery a little bit inside. Now the count is full, which means an automatic start for Gomez. It sounds as if things are going very, very well at 1150 Academy.
Yeah, we are growing. Our students are doing great things. We are trying new programs. We've got a board of directors that are
fastball fouled back,
made up of 12 different folks in the tech industry that are advisors. They tell us what curriculum is. They evaluate our curriculum on a regular basis, tell us what's still relevant, tell us what's good, and give us ideas about new programs that we start. The AI piece was, we came up with part of that, but they came up with the rest of it.
Okay, the left-hander, Rob Z to the belt. Runner will be moving with the 3-2 pitch. It is swung on, lined, just foul. Just outside the right field line, and it holds at 3-2. How long, Tony, have you been with 1150 Academy?
Only 4 months. Oh, no, 5 months now, sorry. Yeah, it's 5 months, yep.
Well, we had you on here a couple of months ago, I believe.
Yeah, you did, yep. I was, I think about a month and a half ago or so. Yeah, so and we've grown since then, so things are going really well. Indians are part of that. They get a lot of brand recognition. We get some lead generation out there with our tents, and so we love being partners with the Indians.
Well, we appreciate the partnership very much with you, Tony.
Yeah, your staff has been fantastic. Chantel and Christina Toller are fantastic, and Joel is always just a man of real integrity.
Wait a minute. He's a great guy, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
No, he's good.
No, I'm just kidding.
You guys all do a lot for the city, too.
Runner going, 3-2 pitch fouled back on the screen. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say that about Joel and Chris and Chantel. They're all great people.
Yeah, we consider them partners, and we like to partner with people that are partners with the city, because we like to look at that as what we're doing is partnering with the IT industry within Indiana and specifically within Indianapolis, and so we like to partner with people that have the same mentality like the Indians.
And did he swing at that pitch that was low? Yes, he did. He went around, strike 3. The side is retired. And we move to the bottom of the third, and here with the play-by-play, Jack McMullen.
Thank you very much, Howard. And Gordon Graceffo starting his third inning of work. The Indians trailing 2-1. Things could have gotten a lot worse in the top of the second. There were 4 walks in the inning. Kyle Nicholas was pulled with 2 in and the bases loaded, but John O'Reilly came out, got a line out to right field. Richie Palacios had to go grab some sort of ball. I think that was a beach ball that he grabbed off the warning track and tossed back onto the Toyota lawn. But Graceffo now ready to go to start the bottom of the third. Chris Owings takes low on a curveball for ball one. But O'Reilly got a big line out to strand the bases loaded in the second. Rob Zastryzny threw a bunch of pitches, but they're a scoreless top of the third. And the Indians got one back in the bottom of the second to make this a 2-1 game. Graceffo's 1-0. Taken outside. Top of the order against the right-hander Gordon Graceffo. Native New Jerseyan from Wayne, New Jersey. Going flat out to right. The 2-0 pitch is hit high in the air down the right field line. Certainly in fair territory. Gomez deals with the high fly ball and puts it away. Two hands for security, one away. So now Endy Rodriguez, one of two representatives for the Pirates at the All-Star Futures game this Saturday at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Endy and Greensboro right-hander J.P. Massey, the two Pirates representatives. I was talking to Endy during batting practice earlier today. He's one of three catchers on a loaded National League roster as Endy loops one foul left side. I need a first baseman. Endy has played some first base this year. It's a chance Endy is over at first. We'll see if he gets in a crouch on Saturday, but he's catching mates in the National League with Brewers AA farmhand Jefferson Caro. A 1 pitch and misses just inside 1-1. And former Louisville Cardinal and Dodger High A farmhand, current Great Lakes Loon, Dalton Rushing. 1-1 to Rodriguez. This is upstairs, ball 2. Endy Seattle bound. Does he go to Pike Place? The original Starbies, we'll see. 2-1 pitch, popped up, left side, foul ground, but certainly playable for Fermin. Might take him towards the line. He makes the catch just over the line, 2 away. So quickly 2 away for Gordon Graceffo. 38 pitches through 2 2/3 now, and he'll see Ji-Man Choi rehabbing from the Achilles strain that he had. Had a 2-run homer yesterday. A blast out to right center field in the first inning. First pitch to G-Man, a called strike 1. Choi walked his first time, but that homer yesterday in front of over 14,000 people in a sellout, 442 feet. Graceffo's 0-1. Swinging a line shot out to right. Gomez makes the catch. That was right at him. Took a couple steps to his left. And a knuckling screamer off Choi's bat ends a 1-2-3 bottom of the third. We're through 3. It's Memphis 2, the Indians 1. Underwood this year, 20 appearances with the Pirates at the big league level at a 5.18 ERA. Underwood so far this year with the Indians, 7 appearances, 9 innings, 13 hits, 10 runs, struck out 5 and walked 3. First pitch of the top of the fourth, bounced over to the backhand of a sliding Ji-Man Choi at first. He tosses to a covering Underwood, and there's 1 away. It's a hot roller off the bat of Yuniel Karakudo, and Ji-Man Choi, he dropped to the right side of his pants and kind of spun to corral that ball in the backhand. So a really nice play by Ji-Man. A 3-1 putout. And now it's Trace Barrera. Ji-Man Choi showing off the agility. That Achilles looks fine. Now Barrera, who walked his first time, 9-hitting catcher. First pitch, misses upstairs, ball 1. Barrera playing his 25th game with Memphis. Did play 6 games with the Cardinals. 1-0 pitch, misses just inside, 2-0. Barrera was added to the Cardinals' active roster during the Wilson Contreras debacle when he was relieved of his catching duties for about a week and a half. 2-0 pitch is lined out to left, but hanging up for Smith and Jigba. He's running on to make the catch. Cannon got a late break. He stayed back and paused because it was a liner that looked like it was headed right to him. As soon as it started to dive, he came in on a sprint, and he made a nice play, 2 away. You have that, brief moment where you think it's coming right at you, but cracks a smile after the fact. Nice play. Now the top of the order, and a mammoth swing and a miss from Richie Palacios. 93 blown by him. Palacios walked to the bases loaded last time. Indians trailing 2-1, top 4. And Richie takes upstairs to run the count even. No hits so far for the Indians against Gordon Graceffo. Liover Peguero made things happen, reached on an air. 1-1 out in front of a breaking ball at 86, 1-2. Peguero reached on an air, stole second, advanced to third on an errant throw from the catcher Barrera, and then tagged and scored on sacrifice fly. It was a great play by the third baseman Fermin in foul ground. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. Underwood trying to finish a 1-2-3 inning, but Underwood seems to be in some discomfort. So Miguel Perez, the Indians skipper, and Tyler Brooks, the athletic trainer, out to talk to Dwayne Underwood Jr. Rest of the infield converges. Not sure what they would be looking at. It's not like he's looking at his right arm or anything, or a foot. Ji-Man Choi gives the thumbs up to the Indians bullpen, saying, no, you're good, don't warm up. Chase DeYoung starts throwing a little bit anyways, but Underwood, he says he's all good. Still leaning back a little bit, but DeYoung, I think everybody's just kind of confused as to whether Underwood is ailing or not physically right now. But he stays in the game. And his 1-2 to Palacios. Swinging a tapper foul. I think that ricocheted off Endy's glove. Thought he would have an opportunity. Not the case. Count stays a ball and 2 strikes. Mason Wynn waiting on deck. Underwood trying to do away with Palacios, who had time granted by the home plate umpire and the crew chief, Anthony Perez. Reset of the pitch clock. Underwood set. And his 1-2. That hit him. That ran in and got Palacios in the foot. 88 on a slider that he yanked. Instead of a back foot slider, I think that was a front foot slider. No, that was literally a back foot slider. Clipped him on the inside of that left foot. Palacios went down in a heap, caught the front of his left foot, but he's walking without any limp of any kind. So a 2-out base runner for Mason Wynn, who's walked twice. Once was with the bases loaded. Wynn was the last guy that Kyle Nicholas saw in his start. Underwood's first pitch to Wynn backs him off the plate, ball 1. Indians trailing 2-1 at the top of the 4th inning. 2 away, man at first. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high, deep drive out to left field. Cannon working back. He'll watch this thing fly to the top of the lawn near the concourse. You want to talk about speed and defense? Mason Wynn has some juice, too. A 2-run blast puts Memphis ahead 4-1 here in the top of the 4th. 9th homer of the year for the Cardinals' top prospect. He got into that ball. It was a high, majestic shot. He knew it off the bat, too. So Underwood taken deep by the 22-year-old Mason Wynn. He fires in a called strike one to Matt Koperniak. 432 feet for Mason Wynn, 104 off the bat. 2-run shot. Koperniak bounces one foul right side, and Underwood ahead of him, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Koperniak got a piece. He fouled it back. Matt Koperniak lined out to both corner outfielders, to left and to right. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer right side over to the second baseman, Peguero. He's got it. Underhand toss to first, and they get Koperniak to retire the side. Hey, Indians fans, don't miss Thirsty Thursdays at Victory Field. Get $2 Pepsi fountain drinks, $3 domestic drafts, and $5 craft and premium drafts on Thursdays all season long. For a list of games, visit IndyIndians.com/Thursday. Gordon Graceffo, 3 innings. No hits against him so far, but there is a run in thanks to Liover Peguero's base running acumen. He starts with Miguel Andujar, who takes a called strike one. 4, 5, and 6. Andujar, who walked his first time, followed by Canaan Smith and Jigba and Liover Peguero. Bullpen day continues for the Indians. Action in the pen. 0-1 misses inside. Right-hander Chase DeYoung is warming after the miscommunication on physical wellness of Dwayne Underwood last half inning. Graceffo is 1-1. That's a high chopper over to short. Mason Wynn ready to show off the cannon. And the long throw gets Andujar one away. He backed up on it to the edge of the outfield grass. Was thinking he was going to gear up for a rocket. It was a hard throw. It ended up about knee-high at Yepes, and there's one away.
Your left fielder, number 13, Canaan Smith and Jigba.
Now Canaan, who bounced out 3-6 on an inning-ending fielder's choice with 2 on in the first. 2 walks for Graceffo. Only other guy to reach was Peguero on the throwing error from the first baseman Yepes. First pitch. That misses just upstairs, ball 1. Graceffo takes a big step back behind the rubber to open his wind. And the 1-0 pitch. This is just low and away, 2-0. It's almost like he's taking his weight back to push his momentum forward. Righty kicks and deals. The breaking ball snapped in for a called strike one. Graceffo's 2-1 pitch. Canaan out in front. It was a curveball at 80. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away, bottom 4. Indians trailing 4-1. And Graceffo's 2-2 pitch to Canaan is ripped up the gut and through for a base hit. Canaan hot out of the box. Right fielder Gomez comes to cut it off in right center. And Smith and Jigba board with a hot shot single. He stung it. Thing got into the outfield grass in a hurry. That's the first hit for the Indians. Comes with 1 away in the 4th. And Liover Peguero reached on an error his first time. Stole a base and scored a run. First pitch. Peguero with a chopper over to short. Wynn has an underhand toss to second for 1, on to first for 2. After the single, a first pitch double play ball rolled by Gordon Graceffo. 6-4-3 to retire the side, and we're through 4. It's Memphis 4, the Indians 1. in 17 innings with the Indians. DeYoung 18 hits, 9 earned runs, and he struck out 19 and walked 12. Redbirds up with a pair of 2-run innings. They lead 4-1, and Tyler O'Neill set to lead things off, the Redbird cleanup man. Top 5, here's Howard.
Thank you very much, Jack. And O'Neill is 1 for 2, a double. And he takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Time is called. The umpires are having a meeting.
Oh, this is the first time we're seeing this. I think the ABS battery pack maybe powered off. Usually it's pitch comm issues, but that was an ABS earpiece issue. It's exciting stuff.
Okay. One ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Our top 5 means we'll jump into this state in baseball history and this state in Indians history.
Fastball, ground ball up the middle, and a diving stop by Williams. A short throw, and he got him. A terrific play. Alika Williams diving to his glove side, his left, scrambling to his feet, throwing to Troy, and they got the out easily. Okay, we're getting ready for this state in baseball history, this state in Indians history. Here's Juan Yepez, line to center, fly to right. And the pitch is inside, ball 1.
We'll start with this date in Indians history. Falls on this date in 2000. A couple of 10-inning doubleheader wins over Norfolk following a series win against the West-leading Louisville.
DeYoung misses inside, ball 2.
The Indians moved into first place in the International League for the first time since June 6 on this date in 2000.
And they would finish first. They would trail Durham 2-1 in the opening round playoff series. Came back to win games 4 and 5 in Durham. Breaking ball in for a strike. Then they played Scranton Wilkes-Barre for the Governor's Cup. It went to a 5th and deciding game on a Friday night at Victory Field. The Indians won the game and the championship. And the pitch loaned away. Then it was on to Las Vegas to play Memphis for the AAA championship, a Memphis team that had a young Albert Pujols. And the Indians won that series 3-1. And the right-hander sets and delivers. Way high, base on balls. So a 1-out walk issued by DeYoung. This has turned into a bullpen day.
The right fielder, number 31.
DeYoung is the 5th Indians pitcher of the game, and we're in the top of the 5th. The batter is Moise Gomez. Line to center, hit into a fielder's choice.
We'll jump into this date in baseball history, brought to you by UA Local 440.
And a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1.
With 120 years under its belt, UA Local 440 knows its history, and will start on July 5th, 1953 at Forbes Field.
Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. The 1-strike pitch is a swing and a high fly ball, left center field. The center fielder calls, and Valade has it. And they're 2 away. Well, that is before Roberto Clemente's time. The Pirates did not have good teams then. The one thing they had was Ralph Kiner. who in that period was leading the league in home runs every year. Is he the guy?
It is not. It's actually an opponent. The Pirates got blanked. Ralph Kiner quieted by Robin Roberts, who threw his 28th consecutive complete game. He finished every game he started from August 28th, 1952 through this start against the Pirates.
Okay, Jack, well done. Jose Fermin takes a breaking ball in for a strike. Now, let me tell you about Robin Roberts. Hall of Famer. Great competitor. Could really spot his fastball. Now, again, he's before my time, but I learned about him from Ted Kluszewski. Here's a line drive, left field side foul down around the Indians' bullpen. But what he did back then, and a lot of pitchers continue to do, they pitched to the score.
Yeah.
They weren't worried about earned run average at all then. So that if he had a 3-0 lead in the 7th or 8th inning, he'd be throwing fastballs over the heart of the plate, and he gave up some home runs that way. Here's a high fly ball foul, left side out of play. So if you check his career numbers, you'll see a lot of home runs given up. But what Ted Kluszewski told me, he wouldn't give it up in a tight ball game when it mattered. The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball. Little outside, ball one.
There were 4 years in a row that Robin Roberts led the National League in home runs allowed, but
I bet he won 20 games those years.
He was 23-15 and led the National League in home runs allowed. He was 23-14 the next year with a 3-2.
Breaking ball low and away. He didn't care about the earned run average. It was only about winning games.
He still had a good one, a career 3.41 ERA, 286 career wins.
He won 20 games a number of times. I only saw him at the very end of his career.
Yeah.
Big contributor to the 1950 Whiz Kids, the Philadelphia Phillies that won the National League pennant in 1950. 2-2 pitch, way high. Ball three. Now, one other note. I mentioned to you the other day that Ted Kluszewski hit 49 home runs and struck out 35 times in 1954.
Yeah.
Ted told me he would have bet a year's salary that nobody could strike him out 3 times in one game, and Robin Roberts did it. And a breaking ball inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. I mean, it's not like Chase DeYoung to be walking people. That's not his game. But he's walked 2 here, and here is Yuniel Karakudo, who singled and grounded out.
Next, this date in baseball history, July 5th, 1961. Cardinals first baseman Bill White hits 3 homers and a double in a 9-1 win over the Dodgers.
And a fastball high and away, and he was a very good player, an all-star for a number of years. Played on the world champion 64 Cardinals, their first baseman. But then he broadcast New York Yankee games for 18 years. And a breaking ball. Ground ball hit to first. It's gloved by Troy, who will go to the bag, unassisted, side retired. At the end of 4.5, Memphis 4, Indians 1. Ryan Valade, the batter, will continue with this date in baseball history. Jack referred to a great game Bill White had, a 3-homer game in 1961, Cardinals first baseman. After retiring, he broadcast the Yankee games for 18 years, then was National League president for several years. Ryan Valade, the batter, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike, and then he said, I've had enough after several years, and he went into retirement, still living comfortably in retirement at the age of 89. And the 1-strike pitch. Ground ball hit to first. It is gloved by Yepes, who will take it himself. 3 unassisted. Jack?
We'll jump to the next This Date in Baseball History, brought to you by UA Local 440. This date in 1973. Dave Concepcion collects a triple, double, and 3 singles to lead the Reds to a 4-3 win over the Giants. His 3rd single drove in the winning run in the 9th inning.
Davey's a former Indianapolis Indian. Aaron Shackelford, the batter. Sac fly to left his first time up. Fastball swinging, a bounding ball hit to second. Gloved by Karakudo. On to Yepes. There are 2 quick outs. And I've said this on our broadcast. I've said it on Twitter. I feel very strongly that David Concepcion should be in the Hall of Fame. A magnificent fielding shortstop and a good clutch hitter. Alika Williams, the batter, 0 for 1. And a fastball is in for a strike. Those shortstops who can field really mean something. His successor at shortstop with the Reds, Barry Larkin, is in the Hall of Fame. Here's a ground ball foul right to Miguel Perez.
David Concepcion, a 9-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champ, 5 Gold Gloves.
Thank you.
A couple of Silver Sluggers. We'll move to this date in 1989 when Barry Bonds homered in a 6-4 Pirates loss to the Giants, giving Barry and Dad Bobby the father and son duo home run record.
Here's a soft liner and a diving catch by Yepes, the first baseman, on the infield dirt. Diving to his right, his backhand side, and that's a really good 1-2-3 inning for Graceffo. Very quickly. And we go to the 6th inning. Jack will call the play-by-play, and we'll wrap up this date in baseball history. Jack?
Thank you very much, Howard. The Indians trail 4-1. Chase DeYoung starts his 2nd inning, and we'll start with a 9-man Trace Barrera. I was starting this date in 1989 when Barry Bonds homered in a 6-4 Pirates loss to the Giants, gave Barry and his dad Bobby the MLB father and son home run record at a combined 408. That pitch misses low and away. There were 2 father-son duos that were tied at 407. Do you know them?
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. have to be up there.
Nope. Not at this time. This was 89.
Okay, I got you.
Bouncer foul left side.
That's when first when Griffey Jr. got to the big leagues.
Yep.
Father and son duos.
Pre-Bonds in 89. So Barry and Bobby. 1-1 pitch from DeYoung. Swinging a tapper foul. I think that might have caught Endy. To He'll get a moment to stretch out. Counts 1-2.
It's not coming to me. Not Earl Averill, is it?
No.
Give me a hint.
So one of them you have a dog named after.
Well, Yogi Berra hit 358 home runs.
Dale Berra.
Dale didn't hit many at all, though.
No, but
Yogi hit most of them. I see. That's tough. I was looking for 2 guys who did something.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball that he sat back on and lined it foul left side.
But it's still a good question. What's a hint for the other one? Well known?
Yeah, pretty well known. I think notable manager was the son. One-two pitch to Barrera. Misses upstairs.
Let's see. Give me. Well, I'll tell you what. If it's like the Bears, it'd be tough for me to get because the guy, one of them hit all of them. Who does his son manage?
Son, as Barrera lines one down the left field line. That is in fair territory. Short hops the wall in the corner. Kanan picks it up and fires it in, but Trace Barrera has a leadoff double here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring the lineup back to the top, and Richie Palacios. The son played from 72 to 89, managed from 96 to 2007. He managed 3 teams, 2 in the AL Central. From 96 to 07. Managed the Tigers, Rockies, and Royals.
Oh, I know who you mean. I should get them. The Bells.
Up and out. Yep.
Gus and Buddy Bell.
Gus and Buddy Bell.
David and Mike, Buddy's sons, played briefly in the big leagues. And you got the Boones, who 3 generation of Boones, although they weren't home run hitters. But Gus hit some home runs. So did Buddy. He played a long time.
1-0 pitch. Palacios takes low. 2-0.
Very good question.
Yep, so Gus and Buddy Bell, Yogi and Dale Berra were the record holders of father and son duo homers at the time, and Barry and Bobby Bonds surpassed him. 2 more. This date in 1993, Rickey Henderson leads off both games of a doubleheader against the Cleveland Indians with a home run. 2-0 pitch, misses upstairs, 3-0.
Now, was he with the Yankees or Oakland at that time?
He was with Oakland.
Okay, because he went back and forth a few times. Ricky, I think, is the greatest leadoff man in baseball history. Those home runs, like you mentioned, he also was adept at drawing walks, great on-base percentage.
3-0 pitch, misses upstairs, another 4-pitch walk. Third walk for Chase DeYoung. And at first and second, nobody out for Mason Wynn.
Thanks as always, Jack. This date in baseball history, excellent job.
Of course. Top of the 6th inning, and Andy Rodriguez out to chat with Chase DeYoung. Give him a breather. DeYoung picked up the rosin bag, and he's gearing up to see Wynn, who launched a 2-run homer out to left center last time. 432 feet. Yet to be retired tonight. With a pair of walks, one of which came with the bases loaded. Choi playing well in on the infield grass, expecting bunt. And Wynn shows it, pulls it back, and takes a called strike 1. The slider at 80. See how close Choi continues to play in an 0-1 count. Answers vary. He is well on the infield grass. 0-1 pitch. Wynn not bunting. He takes outside, 1-1. Choi continues to back up even more. And at first and second, nobody out, top 6. And DeYoung's 1-1 to Wynn. Shows bunt now, pulls it back, and takes a called strike 2. You know for sure it isn't happening now. 1-2 the count to Young, ahead of Wynn. And the pitch. He lunged and swung and missed at a curveball at 75. Wynn was way out in front and fooled by the big bender. DeYoung gets him, and a strikeout is out number 1.
The left fielder, number 19, Matt Caperniak.
So now DeYoung going to see the lefty hitting Matt Caperniak, who's 0 for 3. A couple of lineouts to the corner outfielders. He grounded out to second last time. First pitch, swing and a miss. Out in front of a slider at 84 that time. Oh, 1 pitch. Swinging a tapper left side, foul. Get up right behind home plate. Landed on the American flag, painted on the grass behind home plate. Excellent job by the field operations crew. Led by the man, Joey Stevenson. 0-2. That's a chopper up the middle, right at the shortstop, Williams. Underhand toss to second for 1. Piguero, throw picked by Choi, but not in time. It was an awkward angle. Williams gloved it about chest high, directly behind the second base bag. Liover Piguero, he got the toss from Williams and had to turn his body almost 270 degrees. So Palacios retired on the 6-4 fielder's choice. He's the second out. Trace Barrera goes to third, and there are men at the corners. With a pinch hitter, Kramer Robertson, who enters the game for the rehabbing Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill got 3 plate appearances last night, got 3 tonight. The first pitch to Robertson. It's a called strike 1. Kramer Robertson 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch last night. 0-1. He's out in front again. DeYoung has had them fooled with the soft stuff. He's out in front, 0-2. 2 away, top 6. Indians down 3 after a 3-run win last night. And the 0-2 pitch bounces. Robertson, the hitter, with Juan Yepes on deck. DeYoung's 1-2. Misses way upstairs. Above the helmet of Kramer Robertson. Andy popped up from the crouch and snagged it. 2-2 from DeYoung. Swing and a liner foul right side. Four runs on 4 hits for Memphis. 1 run on just 1 hit for the Indians. 2-2 again to Kramer Robertson. On the way. Swinging a fly ball back to the screen. Kramer Robertson hitting a .195, 2 homers, 18 driven in. It's been a factor on the base paths. 15 stolen bases so far this year. Former 4th round pick of the Cardinals. Robertson ready for the 2-2. And he lifts that high in the air, left side, foul ground, playable. The catcher Rodriguez sheds the mask. Third baseman Owings calls him off and makes the catch to retire the side. Easier play for Owings, who smiles at Andy Rodriguez, who went back behind the plate to look at him. Hey, Indians fans, gear up with new and exclusive Indians apparel at IndyIndians.com/shop. Shop for the whole family. Use the promo code RADIO to receive 20% off your entire order. All overs over $100 will also receive free shipping. Shop 24/7 at IndyIndians.com/shop. First pitch from Gordon Graceffo to Chris Owings is a called strike 1 to open up the bottom of the 6th. Indians trailing 4-1. Graceffo has been mixing speeds. Gone with all 4 pitches in his bag. The 0-1 pitch lined up the middle and down for a base hit. That'll roll to the center fielder Palacios. And Chris Owings has the Indians' 2nd hit of the night. Leadoff man aboard for the 2-hitter Andy Rodriguez. Bounced out to first and popped out to third. Graceffo been great at rolling ground balls so far tonight. That's 4 men before Owings stayed in the infield. Ground ball double play to end the 4th inning. Ground out, and a line out to the first baseman Yepes on a broken bat. First pitch misses low. Graceffo been in control. The number 3 prospect in the Cardinals organization, according to MLB Pipeline. One-0 pitch. Andy lifts that out to right center and deep. Palacios to the warning track, just shy of the track. Your 405 in right center makes the catch. Andy gave that thing a ride. Scorched out to right center, but Palacios got a great beat on it and sprinted to the spot. So a line out to deep center. Is out number 1 of this bottom of the 6th, and now it's Ji-Man Choi with a man at first. Choi 0 for 1 with a walk. Out of the first pitch, throw over to first, and Owings back in standing up. Bullpen game set to continue. Chase DeYoung has thrown the last 2 innings. Cody Bolton looks like he's getting ready for the top of the 7th. Now the first pitch to Ji-Man Choi. Swinging a fly ball out to center field. Palacios drifting back, again shy of the warning track. Gears up, makes the catch. Owings was tagging, but now he retreats to first. Throw goes to first, and he's in there standing up. Owings was fully tagging up at first base and was on a sprint for about 45 of the 90 feet. Then turned. Might have lost his footing. Getting another look if joining us on TV. I'm not sure why he pulled up. It looked like he was in good form. But he retreated, and that became a play. But there's now 2 away. After back-to-back flyouts to center, and now Miguel Andujar. First pitch, he jumps on it, ground ball up the middle, and throw for a base hit. Owings around second, headed to third. Palacios will just loft it in, and there are men at the corners with 2 away. So 2 singles up the middle, one for Owings to lead off the inning and one for Andujar here with 2 outs. It's Canaan Smith and Jigba who had the only Indians hit coming into this 6th inning. Graceffo has kept the pitch count incredibly low. He's at 62 pitches in 5 2/3 innings. Pitch economy has been awesome for the 23-year-old right-hander Graceffo. In over 110 innings last year, Graceffo had a sub-3 ERA between high A and double A. Peoria and Springfield. Graceffo now, after the quick visit, is ready to see Canaan. Man at the corners in the first pitch. Canaan takes on the outer edge, a called strike. It's 78. I think that was a changeup. Indians trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Graceffo set at the belt. 0-1 on the way. Canaan takes again, a called strike 2. Perfect changeup. What does he do here? 0-2 from Gordon Graceffo. On the way. Taken off the plate away at 94. $16-mile-an-hour jump. Graceffo set. 1-2 to Smith and Jigba. Swinging a chopper right side. Caracuto's got it. He bobbles it, and an overhand toss to first base finishes the job. Caracuto, that could have gone poorly. It was a nonchalant transfer, and he bobbled it, but he kept it in his glove, and he tossed it over to first to get Canaan by a step. So men stranded at the corners, and we're through 6. It's Memphis 4, the Indians 1. Indians fans, when the Indians turn to their bullpen experts, you can turn to the experts at Indiana 811 for your underground utility digging needs. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. Cody Bolton, the 25-year-old right-hander, making his 20th appearance on the year with the Indians, sporting a 3.33 ERA, 27 innings, 10 earned runs. First pitch of the top of the 7th is a called strike 1 at 93. Bolton in 27 innings, 27 strikeouts, and 8 walks. Starts with Juan Yepez. The 0-1. Yepez takes low. Juan Yepez, a line out to center, a fly out to right, and a walk. Yepez had an OPS right around 740, slightly above average at the major league level last year. First 70-ish games with the Cardinals. 1-1 lifted back and foul. Behind the count 1-2. Yepez came into the game hitting .214. Played 20 games with the Cardinals this year, hitting .214. Time granted to Yepez, who wiped the sweat away from his face. Bolton still on the hill, on the rubber. Another 1-2. Swinging a liner out to center. Hanging up for Valade. He makes a nice catch. He stayed back, then he broke in and made the catch about knee high. 1 away. Well, that can be a tough ball to judge. Hit on a line right at the center fielder. Valade did a nice job of reading that as soon as he got the read.
Well, you're so right about that. The line drive right at the center fielder and the fly ball hit directly over his head are the two toughest plays.
Yep. First pitch to Moises Gomez, hit high in the air, straight away center. Valade drifting shy of the warning track about 5 feet, puts it away. There are two gone. So the two big boppers, Yepez and Gomez, set down quickly by Bolton in 5 pitches. I know Jose Fermin.
Were you alluding to the Big Bopper? Now, you don't even know. That's way before your time, the Big Bopper.
Who's the Big Bopper?
Google him when you get a chance.
First pitch to Fermin, a bouncer right side. Bolton picks it up right of the mound. Underhand toss to Choi at first base, and that ends a 6-pitch. Top of the 7th inning. I'll know who the Big Bopper is after the stretch. Stretch time. It's Memphis 4, the Indians 1. Everybody's stretched out, and we're ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. We've got an Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. Gordon Graceffo threw 66 pitches through 6 innings, but Ben Johnson and the Redbirds going to turn to the pen, and Logan Gragg, the 24-year-old from Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Gragg, a big guy, 6'5", 200. Tall fella. Gragg making his AAA debut. He misses low for ball 1 to Liover Piguero, who's 0 for 2. Did reach on an error and steal a base first time up. Gragg with AA Springfield. 1-0 pitch. Piguero backed off the plate. It was a full-time starter. 14 starts for the Springfield Cardinals. Had a 5.35 ERA in 70 2/3. Pitch to Piguero, backs him off the plate at 93-0. And Gragg, 58 strikeouts, 25 walks in 70 2/3. 3-0 pitch. It's a called strike. Found out who the Big Bopper was.
Oh, you got it?
J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper, was a very talented musician in the 50s. 3-1 pitch. Misses inside, ball 4, and Piguero aboard. So did the video coordinator with the Indians for the Pirates, Stefan. He just texted. He knew exactly who it was. He said Chantilly Lace was his big hit. Bingo. Thanks for playing, Stefan.
So now we know a little bit about rock and roll.
First pitch to Ryan Valade, lifted down the first base line, foul ground, maybe playable for Yepez. It bounces off the padded wall, foul.
Give me that old-time rock and roll.
Bottom 7, Indians trailing 4-1 here. Valade 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to first. Oh, 1 misses inside. I guess my introduction to rock and roll, I don't know, when my parents tried to introduce me to rock and roll, like their version of it was like a Led Zeppelin type. 1-1 misses outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Mine is before that, 50s, 60s, even some 70s.
Gotcha. That's when the Big Bopper was in his heyday. Piguero with his lead at first, and the 2-1 pitch misses low and in.
I said, give me that old-time rock and roll. That wasn't a song by Bob Seger, who also did On the Road Again.
Yeah.
He did that in the early 80s, I think. Give me that old-time rock and roll.
Seger, right?
I think so, yes.
3-1 pitch popped up right side, foul ground. Much easier for Yepez, but he tracks back and makes the catch. 1 away. So now Aaron Shackelford. A sac fly on a fly ball caught in foul ground by the third baseman for me in his first time. I had a good music conversation actually with Josh Bissonette earlier today. Very musically inclined family. First pitch, a chopper right side, picked on the backhand by Yepez, fires to second, and they get him. Great play by Yepez. He had no shot at Shackelford at first base. He knew his only chance was Peguero at second, and Yepez, ranging to his backhand, geared up and whizzed a throw to Mason Wynn, and they beat him by, I guess, the width of a single hair.
It was very close. Couldn't have been any closer. I wasn't so sure they got him.
So Shackelford reaches on the 3-6 fielder's choice. Peguero out at second is out number 2. And now Alika Williams. He's grounded out and lined out. First pitch, a called strike. Had a good music conversation with Josh Bissonette earlier today during batting practice. Very musically inclined family. We talked about the nice feature in the Star about Bissonette. Grags 0-1, slide step, and he catches the lower outside corner, 0-2.
And his dad has spent a lot of time in Europe over the years.
You know? Bissonette said he was super active on the musical front in high school and college. Still use it as a getaway from the ballpark, but it's an off-season thing. 0-2, fouled back. Bissonette big into a mixing electronic music, EDM. 0-2. That's a bouncer over to the shortstop and Wynn, who will go to first, and they get Alika to retire the side. So a scoreless 7th inning in Grag's AAA debut. We're through 7. It's Memphis 4, the Indians 1.
The lights are on at this beautiful downtown ballpark at the corner of Weston, Maryland. It'll be 27 years old on July 11th. The pitch is in for a strike. Karakudo is 1-for-3. Single. He takes a fastball a little bit high. Victory Field is the place to be. Indianapolis Indians baseball. And the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball, a little bit low ball too. And the 2-1 pitch, fastball fouled back on the screen, strike 2. 7:05 tomorrow, a Thirsty Thursday, a Fireworks Friday, 7:05. Saturday, 7:05, and 1:35 on Sunday. And a fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out at the knees, came at him and got him. 95 miles an hour. Here's Trace Barrera. Walked, line to left, and double to left. Bolton is the 6th Indians pitcher of the night. And a breaking ball low and away. It didn't plan that way. They were hoping to get a good performance from Kyle Nicholas, but instead he was lifted in the 2nd inning after walking 4 batters. Fastball is inside. Then O'Reilly, Zastryzny, Underwood, DeYoung, and Bolton. Two and 0. The righty sets and delivers. Fastball, high ball 3. Indian pitchers have walked 8 batters tonight. Now 4 of them came in the top of the 2nd. That is not a recipe for success. Memphis leading 4-1. Fastball high, that's a 4-pitch walk. Richie Palacios the batter. He's grounded out and walked 3 times. The first time came with the bases loaded. The right-hander's pitch is low inside, ball 1. Richie, a left-hand batter. Like his brother Josh, we were talking about it earlier. Josh with a big 2-run double down the left field line in the 9th inning for a Pirates win last night in Los Angeles. Fastball, a little bit high, very close, ball 2. And the count is 2-0. And the righty pitches. And a high pop-up into short left field. Smith and Jigba coming in. Now the center fielder, Valet, calls him off and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Mason Wynn, who has a 2-run homer and a bases-loaded walk. Kyle Nicholas walked Palacios and Wynn in succession with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning and then was lifted from the game. Bolton sets and pitches. Low and outside, ball 1. Did you get some reinforcements, or?
I got replenished in the hydration department.
Okay. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees. 1-1. Memphis 4, Indians 1, top of the 8th. And there's a liner to deep right field, and Duhar goes back. He's there. He has it to retire the side. After 7.5, Redbirds 4, Indians 1. The Memphis Redbirds, St. Louis's AAA team. And you were right about Zach Thompson. When he was a last-minute scratch last night, you said he probably was going to St. Louis, and you're right.
Boom. Score 1.
Well, I mean, you were due.
I appreciate you not saying I was cold. I was due, not cold.
Yeah. You were hot. Here's Chris Owings. Logan Gregg looks in and delivers. Pitches high ball.
What we mentioned in the 1st inning of tonight's game, interesting move made by the Pirates right around 7 o'clock with Johan Ramirez being recalled.
Here's a swing and a miss. Good changeup.
And Luis Ortiz, the young right-hander, the Indians Player of the Month in April, was optioned back to Indianapolis. So Ortiz going to join the rotation with the Indians.
The 1-1 pitch hit in the air deep and foul, hooking foul left side around the Yingling landing. I think Ortiz got a chance to be a fine major league pitcher, and sometimes it takes a while. And he didn't have a good night last night in L.A. And the 1-2 pitch. A little bit high with the fastball. You know, players progress at a certain rate, not necessarily the way you'd like to see. It's the way it happens. 2-2 pitch fouled back on the screen. Endy Rodriguez on deck. And G-Man Choi to follow.
The final steps in Luis Ortiz's rise through the Pirates system, I mean, they were lightning quick. Last year with Double-A Altoona, he had a 4.6.
Here's a ball hit in the air, left center and deep. That ball's way back. However, the left fielder, Koperniak, makes the catch on the warning track near the number 42 sign number, highlighted for Jackie Robinson. One man out on a deep fly ball. Here's Endy Rodriguez. He is 0 for 3.
Mentioning Ortiz last year.
And the pitch is in for a strike.
2021, he spent the entire year with Bradenton at the low-A level. Then he threw 114 innings with Double-A Altoona.
And a breaking ball misses inside, ball 1.
But just 2 AAA starts for Ortiz before he got his first big league call-up. Started 4 games, and this year 7 starts with the Indians, 11 appearances with the Pirates.
Fastball fouled at the plate, strike 2. Well, he was pitching well in Indianapolis. He earned it. Time called. Oh, let's see what the call is here. Oh, it is granted. Time is granted. I wasn't sure if he was pointing to Andy Rodriguez. I think he was. Plate umpire. Anthony Perez or to Trace Barrera, the catcher, but time was granted. Fastball outside, ball 2, 2-2. And a fastball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. It is foul and out of play. That one area in the left field corner and foul territory, and then also in the right field corner and foul territory, were obstructed. G-Man Choi on deck. Memphis 4, the Indians 1, bottom of the 8th. The Indian bats have been very quiet.
Yeah, big time credit to Gordon Graceffo. 66 pitches, just one strikeout in 6 innings, a 1-run ball.
He's very effective, as you said. And a fastball, swing and a miss, he struck him out. And you mentioned he allowed 1 run. Well, that 1 run was unearned.
Yep.
The base runner reached on an error. So he has 6 innings of unearned baseball to his ledger. G-Man Choi, the batter, with 2 outs and the bases empty. He's walked, line to right, fly to center. And the pitch is a little outside. We had a sellout of 14,130 last night. Changeup, little outside. $6,033 on hand tonight. And this pitch is in, strike 1. Fastball line caught by the pitcher. He raised the glove straight up, and he speared the line drive. 1, 2, 3 go the Indians after 8. Top half of the 9th inning with Memphis ahead 4-1. The crowd hasn't had much to cheer about. The Indians only have a couple of hits. The only run the Indians scored was unearned. So let's see if Bolton can get through the 9th, and maybe the Indians will come alive in the bottom of the 9th. Matt Koperniak leads off and takes a breaking ball a little outside. Koperniak is 0 for 4, batting third in manager Ben Johnson's lineup. The 1-0 delivery, fastball outside, ball 2. And a fastball ground ball hits slowly to third. Owings has a knee-high hop, throws on the run in time to G-Man Choi, and there's one away. Nice play by Chris Owings. Now Kramer Robertson, who popped up his first time up. He pinch hit for Tyler O'Neill and assumed the designated hitter responsibilities. Those are major responsibilities. You just swing the bat and go back in the dugout. Fastball strike at the knees.
Heavy is the head that wears the DH crown.
Some deep thought there. And a fastball way high a ball. Well, the National League adopted the designated hitter last year on what was the 50th season that the American League used it. It began in 1973. Pitches outside and in the dirt. The National League's popularity was far greater than that of the American League at the time. The American League wanted to do something to create some interest, so they made that radical change with the designated hitter. Fastball is a strike. 2-2. One man out, no one on, top of the ninth. Memphis 4, Indianapolis 1. Here's a ground ball to third, and short hop by Owings. He throws on to Choi. He got him. It was a half hop. Chris Owings said, I'll go for it, do or die hop. He backhanded a short hop cleanly and threw him out.
It was a really nice play by Owings. That's such a tough play to make on the backhand, nonetheless.
You stick your glove there, you close your eyes, and you hope the ball lands in it. And it did. And the batter, Juan Yepes, 0 for 3 with a walk. And the pitch is outside, ball one. We were talking about Bill White earlier.
Yeah.
And I heard him say that playing first base. And you said, well, what's it like digging out low throws? You close your eyes, you stick your glove there, and you hope the ball lands in it. Here's a shot to left center in the gap. Oh, did he belt that? Bouncing up against the wall in the deepest part of the ballpark. And Yepes has a double. And that'll bring up Moises Gomez, who is 0 for 4.
Well, usually when you put a ball off the wall that reads 418 in left center, you have a triple at this ballpark. But that thing was hit so hard. 108 off the bat for Juan Yepes.
He really ripped it. Let's see. Oh, here comes Miguel Perez. Going to make a pitching change with 2 outs in the ninth inning, it looks like. If he walks out there any slower, he'll be charged 5 yards for delay of game.
I think it's going to bring in Juan Minaya. Miggy hasn't taken the ball just yet. Still nothing.
And the plate umpire's out there, too. Oh, look at Miggy stalling for time. And now he makes the pitching change. Reminds me of a video I saw with Tom Sorda years ago. He was stalling for time. He went out to the mound. The umpire walked out there and said, let's go. What are you going to do? And Tom Lasorda said to the umpire, what would you do in a situation like this? And the umpire said, let's go. Lasorda said, would you leave him in or take him out?
Stall tactics. Get creative with it. The more creative you get, the more fun it is. But now this is an Indiana 811 call to the bullpen. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. Miggy ended up taking the ball from Cody Bolton. He'll hand it off to Juan Minaya. 160 big league appearances from 2016 to 2022, last year with Minnesota. He owns a career 3.69 ERA in 178 innings. And Minaya with AA Altoona appeared in 22 games, had a 2.3 ERA. So far with the Indians, this is his 6th appearance. He's gone 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks.
Okay, Jack, thank you. And Lasorda, after all that stalling and discussing things with the umpire, said, all right, I'll make the pitching change. You know, they changed the rule, and I remember this very well in the American League. In the 1960s, Yogi Berra managed the Yankees in 1964. He'd walk out to the mound. He was stalling for time, and you can't do this now. They changed it not too long after. But anyway, he'd walk out to the mound, talk to the pitcher, walk back to the dugout, turn right around when he got to the dugout, and walk back to the mound. Well, they changed that rule, as I said, but that's what he would do.
That's when you put the Fitbit on and you track your steps. You walk there, you walk back.
Moises Gomez, the batter, 0 for 4, 2 outs. Yepes at second. Top of the ninth. Memphis ahead 4-1. Indians only have 3 hits tonight. Here's a fly ball foul, right side out of play.
So score Reds lead in Washington 7-1. Ellie De La Cruz, a 455-foot home run.
Wow. Boy, are they playing great. Here's a liner to right center. However, the right fielder's there, and Andujar makes the catch. Side retire. At the end of 8.5, Memphis 4, the Indians 1. Okay, this is it, the bottom of the ninth. And Logan Gregg shooting for a 3-inning save here. He's pitched 2 scoreless, hitless innings. Ballpark has been very quiet tonight. The Indians with only 3 base hits. All of them singles. But you never know when that might change. I heard a fan say, let's get it started. Be neat to have some rhythmic applause from the fans to get the Indians going. And a fastball down the middle, a strike to Miguel Andujar, who's walked, grounded out, single to center. Defense straight up. Here's a swing and a miss and a changeup that was down around the ankle, strike 2. Andujar asked for and is granted time. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, moving to his right, the second baseman. He juggles it, throw to first, got him anyway. Karakudo juggled it, it never hit the ground. Popped out of his glove, moving to his right. He threw on to Yepes, one away. Here's Kanan Smith in Jigba. 1 for 3, a single. Left-hand batter. Greg winds and pitches. Breaking ball in the dirt. The Indians got 1 run tonight. It was unearned. Peguero reached on an error, stole second, went to third on another error. Throwing error by the catcher, pitch outside, and then tagged and scored on a foul ball caught in the Indians' bullpen. That's it. The 2-0 pitch. Hit high in the air to left field. Deep, but playable. And the left fielder, Koperniak, has it, and the Indians are down to their final out. Leovar Peguero, the batter, as mentioned, he scored the Indians 1 run. He is 0 for 2 with the walk. Walked his last time up. And a fastball low and away, ball 1. Memphis 4, the Indians 1, 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the ninth. Fastball is a foul back out of play. A ball and a strike. Ryan Valade on deck. The 1-1 pitch. Driven to deep center field. Palacios back to the warning track, and he makes the catch a step from the wall, and this game is over. And the Memphis Redbirds have even